How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another Umineko no Naku Koro. We're still within episode 7, Requiem of the Golden Witch. And if you want to get caught up to the previous videos, link is down in the description to the playlist. So go ahead and check that out, as well as a link to my Twitter, if you want updates on what the fuck I'm doing and where I've been. And when's the next video and blah blah blah. There you go. Go ahead and give it a follow. And without further ado, let's go ahead and continue from where we last left off. I think we're about to talk to Georgie and Shannon? No, Jessica, right? It's been a while. I forget.
次期当主様のせいでお見苦しいとこを見せちゃって。
あざになってねえか。あいつマジで容赦ね
え。ジェシカ、何か言ったかい？
何ももう十分懲りたって。
Leon, who had apparently been chatting with the adult siblings, spun around with a smile and stared at Jessica. Looks like the older siblings is firmly in control around here.
あいつ、その上地獄耳だな。
Sure.
ようやくリオンってやつが理解できてきた。
Yeah, well, he can kindly fuck off.
そう。昔から妙に勘が良くって。その上ほら、大人受けが妙にいいし。
Gushin. Oh.
私は家でも学校でも比べられてる。
Well, that's not
そうい
fair.
えば、リオンは中学も高校も生徒会長だったね。
You should never compare your children. Like, what the fuck? That's a little fucked up.
バドミントンの部長もやってたよね。
行く先々でリオンと比較されてひでえ目にあったというわけだ。
私は中学に入って行ったぜ。その時はもう副会長やってた。来年は生徒会長になるんだ。私の肩身が狭くなるからやめてくれって。でも翌年にちゃっかり立候補して当選しちゃいやがった。
A landslide election. Oh.
高校でもそう。
Mr. Prince Charming.
今度こそやめてくれって言ったのに、その時点でもまた副会長で、また3年になるのと同時に会長になりやがった。父さんはチヤホヤ。母さんはあなたも妹として恥ずかしくないよ、頑張りなさいってチク。
Okay, there. Yeah. Frustrations all around.
でも、そんなリオンの妹であることを誇りにも思ってるんでしょ？
別にそんなこと思ったことはねえぜ。
Right.
ああ、ねえぜ。全然ねえぜ。
上が完璧だと息も詰まら。
Perfection. Yeah, not everyone's perfect. Get over yourselves.
だが、他人は他人。お前は
They may seem perfect, but deep down there's something. There's something, man. There's something bad or really bad and fucked up and I don't know, man.
何も萎縮することはない。お前のしたいように精一杯好きにしたらいい。
There's no such thing as perfection in this world.
もちろん。でも母さんたちは後ろ宮リオンの妹として恥ずかしくないよ、後を引き継げってうるさい。生徒会に入れだの、バドミントンやれだの。
軽音楽はやっていないのか？
それは秘密ないっしょ。
Apparently, she's keeping a secret from her family. Interesting. People tend to blame things on their family and how, they were raised. But this Jessica girl always likes doing the same thing, even in a different world, in a different family. It's admirable that she has such a true and constant interest in something.
俺は好きだぞ。ペッタンペッタンとか、スイーツスイーツとか。
How adorable. Nothing wrong with the extraordinarily accomplished sort, like Leon, but kids who act their age do have their charms. Sure.
そういう生き方が一番だ。謳歌しろ、青春を。
Enjoy your youth. I wish I did that. Once I hit 16, it was all downhill from there. Stay in school, kids.
そりゃどうも。
I started acting out immediately. Like, god damn. Apparently, no one had ever told Jessica that they approved of how she lived. And the direct way Will had put it made her turn red and hang her head in embarrassment.
今度はお前たちに話が聞きたい。
No need to be embarrassed. It's the way of life. Eh.
さっきマリアちゃん
now it's Georgie-chan. Alright, let's go, Georgie.
そうだ。ベアトリーチ
Not
につ
Chan.
いて
Kun.
知っている
Excuse
こ
me.
とを聞きたい。
マリアちゃんはオカルトや魔女のことが大好きだからね。彼女にとってベアトリーチェはアニメのヒロインと同じ憧れの存在なんだよ。何か些細なことがあるたびにそれを魔女の魔法によるいたずらだと信じてる。
お前は大人だな。そしてそうは思ってもマリアには絶対に言わないところも大人だ。
Well, no, that would be kind of fucked up. It's like telling all the kids that, hey, Santa Claus isn't real. Which, if any kid is watching, I don't know why you are, but no, he's totally real. Wink. What?
当然さ。
Alrighty.
子供の夢は子供の時にしか見られない。
True.
その貴重な経験を尊重するのが大人の仕事だと思ってるよ。
お前とは話が合いそうだ。
George's position was that Beatrice was nothing more than a fairy tale. However, that phrase, respecting a child's dream, is the adult thing to do. That might be worthy of further scrutiny. When she got candy from Beatrice by magic, Maria probably got excited and told George and the others. Isn't that what she told you? Then the adults followed his lead and actively supported that story as adults should. However, we can conceive of a similar situation coming up besides an adult interacting with a kid. For example, what about a subordinate interacting with a superior? If Kinzo, tyrant of the Ushiromiya family, claimed that Beatrice existed and had revived, perhaps the other members of the family would actively support that story as his subordinates should. Though Beatrice only appeared directly in front of a limited number of people, it's probably safe to say that the concept of her existence penetrated deeply within the Ushiromiya family, even among those who had never seen her. However, no matter how deeply that concept penetrated, she was only viewed as a sort of fairy tale character. It would be necessary to transform the concept of that character from an imaginary fairy tale into reality. So, a person attempting to do this would need to perform acts that no one could explain without magic. These acts were the witch incidents, starting with the window-opening pranks played by Beto the Elder, and ending with the closed-room murders. Beto the Elder talked about this, saying that the anti-magic power filling the mansion would be weakened bit by bit, the more she made her existence known. Beatrice. Why were you willing to go so far to make everyone besides you accept your existence? Excuse me. Because that fiction will become the truth if everyone acknowledges it. Because of that moment, the being called Beatrice will be acknowledged and will become human. In that case, until Beatrice is acknowledged by all people, she's less than human. She's furniture. Yep, there you go. Why would furniture want to become human? I seem to remember this being a theme in the previous game. It's because they want to gain a right. Furniture cannot... Well, it's beeped out, but love. The answer is love. So they try to become human because they want the right to love. It's extremely simple. After all, it's directly connected to the reason Chiquito was born in the first place. Love. Oh, my heart.
なるほどな。分かってはいるが、複雑だ。
Yeah, you can't neglect the heart. No, sir, you
ベアトリーチェ
cannot.
の葬儀に参加しておいて、こんなことを言うのも申し訳ないけれど、僕も説明できるほどベアトリーチェという人物のことに詳しくないんです。申し訳ない。その話はここに住んでるジェシカちゃんの方が僕よりももう少しは詳しいかもしれない。そういえばジェシカちゃん、こちらの方を紹介したっけ？
Haven't you been right here with us as we were talking? Or at least relatively nearby to actually see us talking to each other? Hello? Whatever. Continue.
いや、実はまだ。お客様がいらっしゃるってのに、尻ばっかつねるどっかの誰かのせいで、きちんと挨拶もできなかった。
We talked for literally like 7 minutes. Isn't that enough time? What? Oh, whatever. Okay. Yeah. A bit late, Jessica looked embarrassed for acting rudely in front of an unfamiliar guest. She cleared her throat and made a beautiful bow that didn't fit well with her normal attitude. She even lifted the corners of her skirt in a curtsy.
はじめまして。ジェシカと申します。
I already know this, but thank you anyway. Pleasure to meet ya.
本日は後ろ宮家へようこそ。
Splendid day, huh? If you call funerals a splendid day, then that's a little fucked up there, Jessica.
いや、そのお日柄もよく、
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cleaned it up a little bit.
Will と呼べ。
Wait, what? What was that sound I heard? What the hell? Was that the game or the computer? Because my computer has been weird lately. I don't know, that was weird. Anyway, Jessica's greeting had been of the old-fashioned sort. So Will also treated her like an old-fashioned lady. Okay, grabbed her hand and kissed the... Okay, gotcha. Mwah. There you go, alright. Bending down on one knee, taking Jessica's right hand and kissing it. Damn! Cannon! Oh boy! Oh, getting cooked this boy is. Alright, alright. Let the cooking commence. Hell yeah! Not expecting her greeting to be returned in such an old-fashioned and formal way, Jessica turned red and was unable to speak. Hell yeah! However, Will had returned the greeting in what he thought was a perfectly serious way, so he didn't understand what was making Jessica's face glow.
何かおかしいことをしたか?
Well, I mean, it's not like she's a princess. I mean, come on. A little bit too much. Hey, yeah, yeah. All right.
お前の知っているベアトリーチェの話が聞きたい。
A sparkle leaked from the edges of Will's right hand, which was grasping Jessica's hand. Damn, still holding on to that hand? Alright, alright. Alright, another glow. Fantastic. Looks like the theater-going power is having its effect on Jessica. Didn't mean for that to happen. Oh well.
ベアトリーチェのことだっけ？話してもいいけど、その。
Ooh, you got something for
約束
us.
してくれる？
Alright, alright.
絶対に笑わないって。
No, you're good, you're good.
今にして思うと、その、きっと寝ぼけてたんだと思うから。
Just shut up and tell us, please.
お前は何を知っている？笑わない。聞かせろ。
いいよ。どこから話そうかな。
To me, the Golden Witch Beatrice is sort of like one of the 7 mysteries of the Ushiromiya family. You've heard of those, right? Almost all schools have a set of tall tales or ghost stories that get passed down and around. Like, on some days, the piano in the music room will start playing by itself, or the skeleton in the science room dances around at night. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Get the fuck out of here. Everyone's heard of them. But, of course, that doesn't mean they believe in them. The stories about Beatrice were the same. It was just one of those strange tales about our way too big mansion. The servants would sometimes talk about seeing things during their night patrols. Sometimes I felt a bit annoyed about them turning my home into a place for ghost stories, but I didn't pay it any more attention than that. That's how little it mattered to me. So during my normal everyday life, I would completely forget about that name Beatrice. Of course, when that huge portrait was first hung, it definitely felt creepy. Even I tried not to meet her eyes after dark. So it's no surprise that the servants found it eerie. But that only lasted for a short while. We all walked by the portrait every day. We gradually got used to it, and eventually bored of it. I didn't really care anymore about the portrait of the mistress from grandfather's delusions.
だろうな。
Hmm.
年に何度も来ない親戚連中ならともかく。
そういうこと。だから、親族会議になると、親戚たちが必ず肖像画の前で決まってベアトリーチェの話をする。だから定期的に思い出させられるのさ。
ベアトリーチェ、また遊びに来たよ。また新しい魔法を書いたの。後で見てね。
マリアちゃんは本当にベアトリーチェが好きだな。おじい様が肖像画を掲げて以来、大喜びみたいだ。
あれ、エンジェは？
キリエおばさんと薬を飲みに戻ったよ。
エンジェは本当に体が弱えな。バートラとは大違いだぜ。
緊張すると体調を崩すタイプなんだよ。僕も昔は遠足の日や映画の日なんかに限って体調を崩したりしたもんさ。
それに比べたらマリアはタフだぜ。新島からこっちに来るまでの間、ずっとベアトリーチェの話三昧さ。ここしばらくずっとだけど、ちょっと行き過ぎだよな。
いいんじゃないかな。子供の想像遊びだよ。ジェシカちゃんは子供がサンタクロースに会ったことがあるって言い出したら嘘だって言っちゃうのかい？
まあ、そこまでは言わねえけどさ。
Maria kept talking to the portrait as though it was an old friend. She promised to play with it later. The portrait? Alright. As if she was talking to a living human. George, a man, seemed to think that this behavior from a younger member of the opposite sex was cute. But to be perfectly frank, Jessica, who was the same sex as Maria, found this behavior a bit unpleasant, even though she realized that she was dealing with a younger girl. At one time, even I was fascinated by anime heroines and other fictional characters. However, Maria's behavior seems to signify something more direct than mere fascination. It's something more definite, more vivid. Am I the only one who notices something odd about her? I'll bet the others all notice it too, but try to ignore it because of that adult dignity George Nissan is always talking about.
申し訳ないね、諸君。
Well, it's also true that she would find it weird because, well, she's a member of the same sex and she was young as well, but didn't, you know, have the same fascination as Maria had. So, of course Jessica would find that weird when, you know, Maria's weird. What?
当主様は高尚な研究で大変お忙しい。
Right.
昼は書斎で取られると仰せだ。
Alright, sure. Until a second ago, Kinzo's children had been complaining that eating lunch with their father would give them indigestion. Okay. But now that they knew he wasn't coming, they started grumbling about how he should at least spare the time to come down during the annual family conferences. Little whiny bitches.
それでは皆様、ランチを始めさせていただきます。
Get the fuck out of my face, boy.
遠方よりお集まりの皆様をおもてなしできるよう、この号だ。
Eat a bag of dicks.
腕によりをかけてご用意
Get out
さ
my
せていただ
face!
きました。
Stop talking! For the love of Christ! No one's stomach would fail to rumble after hearing that from great Chef Goda. Oh. By the time that these splendid dishes were laid out, everyone had stopped talking about Kinzo's absence. It was now Angie's absence that was being discussed. Apparently, her stomachache had gotten so bad that both she and Kyrie couldn't make it to lunch.
かわいそうに。ゴーダ、後でキリエさんに相談して、お粥のようなものを用意するように。
ああ、気を利かせてくれてありがとう。本当にすまねえな。どうも緊張に弱い子みたいでな。
The kid has stress. She's a kid. Kids shouldn't be stressed out. What the fuck does she have to be stressed out about? What the fuck?
幼いうちはそんなもんや。
Is she applying for a job or something? What the fuck is going on here?
吐いたりしないだけ可愛いもんや。
She got bills to pay. What do you know about stress, kid? What do you know about stress?
昔は本当に病弱だったのよ。ねえ。
昔の話は許してよ。食事時にする話じゃないよ。
Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
食べられない？
かわいそうにな。
Yes, poor child. Why don't you stop talking about her in a different room and actually go visit her? Huh? Huh? You little fucks.
元気になったらその分いっぱい遊んであげようぜ。
Yeah.
ダメ。
Oh! What the fuck, Maria? I'm about to bitch slap you. I'm kidding, please. Don't hurt me.
マリアとは遊べない。
Damn. Alright.
なんだよ。
Oh, God, the music. Why?
どうして？
Don't copy me, Jessica. What the fuck's wrong with you? Get your own goddamn line.
だってマリアはベアトリーチェと遊ぶんだもん。
Well, that's great and all, but you don't have to be a bitch about it. Fucking Christ.
だからエンジェとは遊べない。
ベアトリーチェと遊ぶって。
Can't you play with Angie before or after playing with Beatrice? Like, what the fuck? Are you only allowed to play with Beatrice during your whole stay or something? Like, what's going on here? I don't want to think about it.
Right.
Read some mangy book. Jessica slightly regretted that she hadn't been more tactful. However, she couldn't wipe away that uncomfortable feeling she got every time Maria talked about Beatrice. I mean, can you fucking blame her? Look at the fucking expression she's giving off right now. Maria and her weird ass fucking whatever. And why is she wearing a goddamn crown? What fucking child needs to be wearing a goddamn crown? Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm kidding, I'm staying, please. And that feeling slipped out through her words. Oh, great, here we go. Maria may be young, but she does know how to read a person's tone. Yeah, we'll tone this. What? She sometimes you just gotta make yourself laugh. She immediately burst out in anger, drawing the attention of everyone in the room. Normally, Rosa would have stopped her at this point. However, she happened to have gone to the bathroom at that moment. So there was no one to calm Maria down. Calm that bitch down. Oh my god. Alright, child. Settle down, settle down. Good. What? Oh my god! Sin, how could you? Shut up. Yes. The door to the golden land. Rejoice, plebs. You said I wanted to go, bitch. Making quite big assumptions there. Damn! Bitch, you need us. Oh, chillax. Oh, chillax. Come on. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? Once I get these recordings, like, once I start recording, there's a flip that switches in my brain and I start acting out like this. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, I feel a connection with all of you viewers. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But sometimes I think I'm going a little bit too far and you all think I'm crazy. Which, honestly, I might be crazy. You don't fucking know. I don't fucking know about you guys. Meh. No, Maria, it's meh. Okay? Okay? Good. Or if you want my other laugh, it's... But I digress. What did I just say? I don't know. What? Where am I? Who are you people? Multiple personalities. I wouldn't exactly call it that. It's something relatively close. Right. Yeah. Your motto? Motto? Oh. It was something Jessica once told Canon. She had been talking about how anyone can create another self in the image of the person they want to be. I think we heard those words somewhere near the beginning of the second game. Now that I think about it, some very interesting stuff's been mentioned since very early on. That's because trinkle little bits of hints from the very beginning. Yeah, yeah. Trinkle a little hint there, and a little hint there, and another one over there. Oh, shit.
誰だって自分が本当になりたい自分があるんだ。でもなれない。生活やしがらみの中に今の自分がいるからこそ、今の自分を変えるなんてことできやしないんだ。
そうだな。自分を変えるとは環境も変えるということだ。それは容易なことじゃねえ。
だから私は今の自分はそのままに、本当になりたい自分をもう一人生み出すことを思いついたんだ。
両家のお嬢様であることを強いられ窒息しそうな日々に、お前はなりたい自分を見出した。
だからって家で破天荒はできないさ。母さんに怒鳴られるのがオチだぜ。だからそうした。家にいるおとなしく親の言うことを聞く私に加え、本当になりたい私をもう一人生み出したんだ。
家ではおとなしく親の言うことを聞き、表ではやりたいようにやる。正しい生き様だ。胸を張れ。
ありがとう。まあつまりなりたい自分ってのはその気になりゃ案外作り出せるもんなんだよな。マリアも同じなんだろうと思った。
興奮してまくし立てるマリアもそうだというのか。
あれこそがそう思うことがあるよ。
親族で一番の年少で可愛がられてはいるが、尊敬。
何を知っても覚えてもそんなのは。
I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. If you didn't, yeah, there you go. And here's what Jessica said. And continuing on.
マリアに威張れることは何もない。私たちはマリアが何かを覚えるたびに微笑ましく褒めてたつもりだけど、ひょっとしたらそれが彼女を傷つけていたのかもしれない。
マリアは何かの権威になりたかったということか。
It's something that all young boys and girls think when they want to shake off their childhood. It's not a bad feeling when you learn something new and your parents praise you. But when you realize that your parents already knew that thing, it sometimes feels like they are talking down to you. When a kid learns their one-digit times table, their parents will probably praise them. However, inconsiderate parents will sometimes ask mean questions like, then what is 11 times 11? Or what is 16 times 16? Or something similar. If that happens, the kid will lose his feeling of accomplishment and will start to feel as though he could never surpass his parents.
だからマリアが誰も知らないオカルトに関心を持ち、その知識を深めていったのは容易に想像できる。多分マリアにとっての理想の自分というのは、みんなに尊敬されるオカルトの権威の自分なんだ。
普段の生活でオカルトの話ばかりしていたらローザにぶたれるからな。お前がそうであるように普段はもう一人の自分を隠しているというわけだ。
Wow. Never really thought about that until now. They're actually kind of similar.
私はこんな時のマリアをそうだと思ってる。
Except Maria's more, forefront about it than Jessica is.
いや、本当の自分が普段の自分を塗りつぶしてしまったと言うべきかな。
Maybe. Could be.
私もそういうのちょっと覚えが。真相の令状に憧れて病弱な自分になれたらいいなと思って、咳する真似ばっかしてたら悪い癖になって。
Ah, alright, alright.
咳込めば周りが優しくしてくれるからか。
いや嫌な話の流れになった時とか空気悪い時とかに流れを断ち切れるし。
Sneaky. Alright, alright.
なるほど。それもまたお前のなりたいもう一人の自分なんだな。
この話は内緒で頼むぜ。
Then, just what is Maria's other self? An authority on the occult who can out-argue even adults? Or else, does it have to do with her relationship with witches? Either way, denying Beatrice in front of Maria is clearly taboo. In her search for something more than her everyday life, Maria found it in Beatrice and inside herself. In that case, is going to the Golden Land with Beatrice Maria's wish?
話が脱線したか。まあそんな感じで、ローザおばさんが戻ってくるまでマリアは癇癪を起こしちゃって。よせばいいのに、私も売り言葉に買い言葉で返しちゃって。
ベアトリーチェなどいるわけないと。
そんなとこいるもんなら合わせてみろよって。マリアが大泣きしだした頃にはさすがに失言が過ぎたかと後悔もしたぜ。
She's just a kid, yo! What the hell's the matter with you?
親族会議自体は私が一方的にマリアに対しギスギスして終わり。マリアはケロリとしてたよ。一人でどこかに行ってまたベアトリーチェと一緒に遊んでたうんぬんと楽しそうに語ってたから。私を含め誰も頭ごなしに否定したりなんかしない。もうそういうものなんだと思って聞き流して無視してるってのが正解さ。
親族会議の話はそれで終わりなのか。
この話自体はね、私がしたいのはこれが終わって親族がみんな帰ってからの話さ。
Even after the conference ended, I still felt a bit uncomfortable. If Maria had just stayed mad, we would have made up with each other, and I could have put it all behind me. But since Maria got over it, it felt like I was the only one unsatisfied.
おやお嬢様、どうなさいましたか？お暗い顔をして。
ああ、熊沢さんか。いや別に大したことは。親族のみんなは無事に帰ったかな。
時間通りならもう新島の空港に着かれているでしょう。お嬢様もお疲れ様でございました。
私は何もしてねえぜ。使用人のみんなも本当にお疲れ様。
昨日のマリア様との喧嘩をまだ気にしておられるのですか？
ああ、まあね。
子供の言うことではありませんか。お嬢様ももう高校生なのですから深く気にすることもないでしょうに。
熊沢さんはマリアのあれ、子供の言うただのザレ言だと思ってる？
ベアトリーチェ様のお話でございますか？
熊沢さんもベアトリーチェ様と来たもんだ。
Beatrice is the name of grandfather's mistress, the person he's still infatuated with. I realize that, as a servant, Kumasawa-san can't speak of her indiscreetly. Still, that's now become the name of the fictitious witch who lives in this mansion, and it's almost natural for people to call her Sama.
ベアトリーチェなんて私たちが森へ行かないよう大人がでっち上げた階段だぜ。それをいつの間にかマリアが面白がって本当にいるかのように振る舞い出しやがった。
そんなことを言っては罰が当たりますよ。ベアトリーチェ様はいるのですから。
だからさ、そういうのダメなんだよ、生理的に。ジョージ兄さんの話じゃねえけどさ、サンタなんかいるわけねえとまで騒ぎはしねえぜ。だからってサンタが本当にいるわけじゃねえ。
それは間違いですよ、お嬢様。
間違い？
はい。万物八百万には神様が宿っておられます。同じようにこの島、このお屋敷にはベアトリーチェ様が宿っておられるのです。神様と同じくベアトリーチェ様も敬っていれば何も害はなしません。お嬢様の言うようにいないも同然でしょう。しかし敬いを忘れれば必ずや罰が当たります。これは何もベアトリーチェ様に限ったことではないのですよ。
罰が当たるなんて上等じゃねえか。会えるもんなら会ってみてえぜ。
お嬢様、そんな罰当たりではいけませんよ。
Oh, a transition into the night, a stormy night. Well, well.
お嬢様。
本日はお疲れ様でございました。
シャノンにゴーダさんさ、ベアトリーチェの話は知ってるよな。
まあ存じているといえば存じておりますが、それが何か。
The two looked at each other. They looked like a pair who had just heard a clueless person suddenly utter a forbidden word.
ぶっちゃけ聞くぜ。いるの？そんなお化け。
いるかいないかと言われれば、それはいないでしょうが、多分。
私はきっといらっしゃると思います。
どうしているって？会ったことあるの？
直接会ったことがあるわけじゃありませんけど、
Shannon spoke in detail of how she'd sometimes feel a strange presence or see a silhouette while doing the midnight rounds. At each time she started, Jessica would immediately cut her off, saying she must have seen it wrong or been mistaken.
ゴーダさんだって会ったことあるわけじゃないだろ？
もちろんですとも。しかし、まあ。
He was being very evasive. Even a man as big as Goda was apparently unable to deny the existence of someone he had never met. This really didn't sit well with Jessica. She was a resident of this mansion herself. They were acting as though someone else, someone she didn't know, was living here. Of course she didn't like it.
ちょっと待った。今の話をもう一度。
と言いますと？
貴賓室の話ですか？
Goda and Shannon had been recounting several ghost stories about Beatrice. One of those drew a reaction from Jessica.
そうそう。 今の貴賓室の話、面白いぜ。
Goda and Shannon glanced at each other. After all, it hadn't been a cool story to either of them.
貴賓室には
So not cool.
午前2時に入ってはいけないですか？
2 in the morning. That's a very odd time. Okay. Why
午前
2?
2時には
Why in the
ベアト
morning?
リーチェ様が貴賓室にお戻りになるので
Why not just make it midnight? Like, what the fuck?
近づいてはいけないですか？
そうそう、それそれ。面白いぜ。どの話もベアトリーチェらしきものを見たの聞いたのって体験談ばっかだけど、その話は違うぜ。
True.
午前2時に貴賓室に行けばベアトリーチェ様にお会いできるってわけだ。
それはどうでしょう。
お嬢様、ベアトリーチェ様を悪く言った使用人にはたたりがあると言われています。ましてや貴賓室はベアトリーチェ様のお部屋。
いくらお嬢様でもそれはおよしになられた方が。
貴賓室って今は鍵がかかってるんだっけ？鍵は
キーボックスにあったでしょうか。
多分源氏様がご自分の席にしまわれていると思います。
I can see where this is going. Oh, god damn it.
マスターキーでも開くんでしょ？貸してよ。
そういうわけには参り
Uh-uh-uh.
ません。
She's giving you an order.
お嬢様、好んで不吉な場所に近づくことはありません。
Oh, shut up.
おいおい、人のうちを勝手に不吉にするんじゃねえぜ。
I know, right?
と
Come
に
on.
かく私は決めた。マスターキーが貸せないなら貴賓室の鍵はあるでしょ？貸して。
お嬢様。
To Jessica, the expressions worn by the pair felt more like an ill omen than anything else did. In Jessica's eyes, the ill-omened thing wasn't the witch or the VIP room. It was them, Maria and the others who believed in witches. In the end, Jessica forced them to agree, and she made them bring her the key to the VIP room.
ベアトリーチェが本当に貴賓室に現れるかどうか肝試しをしたというわけか。
Such a classic.
そんなとこだぜ。しかし私は何を意地になってたんだろうな。年派もいかないマリアとの喧嘩を引きずってたに違いない。
Of course, the weather just had to be terrible on that particular night. Of course it did. To be honest, I slightly regretted sticking my nose into something so pointless. But I'd already said so much, and even borrowed the key from them. I couldn't just go to Shannon the next day, have her ask me how it went, and answer, "Well, I gave up," 'cause it was too scary. Normally, I go to sleep long before 2 a.m. Not me. I go to sleep like fucking 6 a.m. My schedule's fucked up. If Mom found me wandering the corridors at that time of night, she'd definitely yell at me. So I waited in my room, staring at the hands of the clock as it ticked closer to 2. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Outside, the rain was incredible, and the wind strong. The swaying, rustling trees were particularly eerie. I'd complained to Shannon and Goda about making up ghost stories about my home. But I was starting to feel like those ghost stories might not be so impossible after all. The Ushiromiya mansion is huge. Honestly, I can't think of the entire mansion as my own house. As Mom says, the hallways of the Ushiromiya mansion should be treated like public roads. In other words, my own room is part of my home. But the hallways and the rooms I don't usually enter are outside. So, while part of me felt that this VIP room ghost story was ridiculous, another part of me was so creeped out that it kept frantically trying to convince itself that the first part of me was right. Only 10 minutes left until 2 a.m. If I want to be inside the VIP room at 2, I need to get there before then. True. Get going. Oh, alright. Nothing's going to happen. I know that. It'll just be a stupid waste of time for a few minutes. I touched the doorknob to the door of my room, and was startled by how unpleasantly cold it was. Ooh, spooky. As long as I stayed in this room, I could laugh off anything. After all, this was my room. But it wouldn't be like that in the hallway. That's outside my territory. And the doorknob, the barrier between the two, is ice cold. Idiot. What are you so scared of me? You aren't taking Shannon's and Goda-san's, or maybe Kumasawa-san's gossip seriously, are you? I'll prove it. There's nothing strange in the VIP room. The corridor was only dimly lit. Before lights out time, the hallways were brighter. But to avoid wasting energy, or something like that, we kept the lights to a minimum at night. So, even though I was inside my own house, it was very clearly the middle of the night here. If Mom found out that I was wandering around at a time like this to do a test of courage in the VIP room, which I'm not even supposed to go in, I'd get in a lot of trouble. To make sure she didn't find out, I tried to hide my breathing and my footsteps. So the silence felt unbelievably loud. Even though it was so quiet, that eerie sound of the wind was noisy. Tee-hee! The sound of twigs rustling. The sound of some pillar in this old mansion creaking. What's that sound like a beak tapping against glass? Though it was so quiet, all of the little suspicious sounds made it seem noisy. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Damn, I'm an idiot! Why couldn't I have brought a flashlight, at least? Good fucking question. A flashlight to use inside my own home? That's even more idiotic. I mumbled this to myself, hoping it would drown out the sound of the wind just a little. Then I saw it. The door to the VIP room. This was the VIP room, the room for important guests. However, as far as I knew, it had never been used before. None of the guests who came to this mansion were important enough to be given use of this one room. Though I'd been clutching the key the whole time, it didn't feel warm at all. It still ruthlessly and icily tormented me. Or maybe that was a warning. If you go back to your comfortable room and hide in your bed, this night will pass like any other.
バカにすんじゃねえぜ。ここまで来て今さら引き下がれるかってんだ。
Even though the key was freezing in my hand, telling me to go back, it slipped into the keyhole. That lovely keyhole. Oh yeah. Quite nicely. What? All that's left is to turn the knob, open it, and I'll be inside the VIP room. It's not like I've never been in there before. Long ago I explored and played hide and seek all the time. And this room that I rarely entered seemed unusual and exciting. However, I got in trouble for going in, and was told that this room was important, so one mustn't enter without reason. After that, they made a rule of locking up unused rooms, and I couldn't go in anymore. So, it's probably been several years since I've gone into the VIP room. In fact, it might be more than 10 years since the last time. The inside of the room has probably changed from how I remember it. Maybe, maybe not. Come to think of it, even then I felt that there was something unsettling about it. Alright. Slowly I pushed the door open. The door was light, and even after I let go of it, it kept opening by itself as though beckoning me in. Beyond it was a darkness as thick and heavy as ink. Even the dim light that peeked in from the corridor seemed bright in contrast. Gulp. I stuck my head in, feeling about for the light switch next to the doorway. This was a horribly awkward and uncomfortable way to do it. All I really had to do was step inside and search for the switch from there. Unwilling to even take a single step into the room, I timidly stuck just my arm into the darkness and felt along the wall. Oh my god! Oh. Alright, nothing in here. The switch, which was hardly ever used, felt stiff and lifeless. I was about to make a joke, but that would be too easy. However, once the light turned on, the darkness vanished in an instant. And there, exactly as it had been, as though not a thing had changed in all these years, was the VIP room. The curtain and bed cover might have been slightly different, and maybe the chairs and the like had changed too. Still, if I had to put it in words, I'd call it the feel. Feel this, what? The stiff... Alright. Son of a bitch. I walked right into that. Alright. The stiff, lifeless feel of this room hadn't changed. If I hang around here, someone might find me. I'd rather not have Mom find me here. I readied myself, and though I couldn't even bring myself to enter this room when the lights were out, I finally entered. Let's go dark and something appears and boom, I'm dead. Meehoo! As soon as I closed the door, I felt an oppressive, suffocating sensation. Alright, I've shut myself up in the VIP room. Bring it, Beatrice, you bitch.
今何分だ?
Wow, it's pretty damn bright outside for 2 in the morning. Okay. They couldn't... It's the little things. It's the little things that I enjoy. Alright? And they couldn't. And they fucking couldn't. Just simply make the background segments there outside appear a little dark. No? No? Alright. Yeah, sure. It's 2 a.m. Sure. That looks 2 a.m. to me. Alright. You know what? Fuck it. I looked around the room, but I couldn't see any clock. Take out the L and what? Okay. I've got an L right here. And what's left is not pleasant. What? Well, depending on... Anyway. I'm not in the habit of wearing a watch around the house. Damn. Now I'm not sure what time it is. Oh, well, it's not 2 a.m., that's for sure. Still, I know there's only a few minutes left at most. I tried to suppress my desire to use going to get a clock as an excuse to run away from this place. Even so, just standing around like this was boring. When I looked around again, searching for something to sit on, I found something strange.
なんだよこれ.
My bones. Okay, fuck you. Nope. 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 Oh, nope. Oh. Nope. 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 Okay. 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 Some of you may know this. Some of you may not. But I have revealed very early on in my part-time YouTube career here. Not really a career, more like a hobby until it can be made a career. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't do well with horror games that involve mannequins and dolls and such. And yeah. Alright. And there has to be a doll here. Fan-fucking-tastic. Son of a bitch! Alright. Oh, it's not a horror game, you're fine. Sinikle, you're fine, you're fine. It's not a horror game. Okay. Ooh, okay. You, Umineko, you motherfucker. Alright. We got this. It's not a horror game. It's a visual novel. We got this. Okay, Sin? Just breathe. You can do this. It had been placed on the side table next to the bed. Oh my god, that was... Okay. Fuck. If this room had been used often, I'd have thought it was just one of the owner's personal belongings. Son of a bitch. But no one lived in this room. So, this can't belong to the room's owner.
お供えかよ.
I'm not gonna lie, I just got goosebumps just from Jessica reading. Okay. Son of a bitch. Alright, it's not a horror game. It's not a horror game. It's a visual novel. You're fine. Shut up.
気持ち悪いぜ.
I agree. It really did look like an offering. What kind of doll would be an offering as creepy as this? What the fuck? A small French doll was sitting on the side table. The doll's hair was gold. I'm sorry, I gotta stop. I know. It was wearing a black dress. Just who managed to find this doll and where? There's no doubt that someone placed the doll here to symbolize Beatrice. Does that mean this doll is supposed to be the owner of this room or something? And looking like an offering to that owner, there sat a small plate with several cookies and wrapped chocolates. It was all set out neatly, and there was no dust piled up on the doll. No dust, huh? So, pretty recently. Yeah, okay. Cool. And I just heard something to my right. Okay. Thank the fucking lords I have my lights on. Holy shit. I would be shitting and pissing my fucking self if I had the lights off. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. In other words, both the doll and the offering were taken care of on a regular basis by the servants. Are you sure about that? Kept in a good condition along with the rest of the room. Taken care of? No. It's more than that. It looked like an offering. No. Like some sort of worship. A prayer saying, please don't curse us. So, even though the doll was more than eerie enough by itself, viscerally, it was even more unnerving to imagine it being been kept safe and worshipped in a place like this. Thank you for getting that fucking monstrosity off my fucking screen. Ah, Jessica, thank you. Okay. Alright. Yes. Jessica forced herself to look away from the bizarre doll. She couldn't bring herself to sit on a bed that wasn't hers. Then again, she didn't really feel like sitting down on a chair either. She had lost any desire to sit on anything in this room. Gray! Fucking leave! Don't you fucking... Good. I wandered about aimlessly. I thought the curtains were open, but I guess not anymore. Then peeked outside the window through the gaps in the curtains to stare at the dark, rainy night. Yeah, dark. Okay. What the hell am I doing? Hanging about in the VIP room this late just because that fight with Maria is still eating at me. This is totally pointless. Beatrice. Just when did that strange witch start living in this mansion? Grandfather's always been yelling about Beatrice. Since it's apparently the name of his dead mistress, people started talking about how her ghost must haunt this mansion. There's that kid's horror story about the witch in the forest, which might be a ghost story made by the adults to stop the kids from going in there. The portrait grandfather had hung in April was really striking. And there was also that weird epitaph. The creepy words on that, which sounded like some sort of ceremony with human sacrifices, made the name of Beatrice seem all the more unnerving. At some point, those stories mixed together, and now people say that the witch, Beatrice, exists. I don't believe in Beatrice, because I know she's just a fictional person made by the fusion of a few horror stories. The Beatrice, who was grandfather's mistress, probably did exist, but she wasn't a witch. Far from it. She was human like us. The story of the Witch of the Forest was made up by the adults to prevent their kids from getting lost in the forests. In the woods, excuse me. But that was just a made-up story, not reality. Of course not. In fact, I've heard that the adults here once scared the kids with stories about wolves living in the forest. Y'all know this is an island, right? Anyway. Apparently the kids realized that wolves couldn't possibly be there, so it was changed to the witch. When the portrait was hung, that once vague character suddenly had a face, and people acted as though she had been around since long ago. That's right. It's all a ghost story someone made. A fiction. And Maria calls Beatrice her best friend, and the servants worship her like a household shrine. I just don't get it, and it creeps me out. The sudden ring of the phone made me jump so hard I thought my heart would explode. Okay. You know what? Oh, this chapter is fucking me up. There was a phone on the bedside table across from the one with the doll. Bringing up the doll again, of course. Why the fuck not? And it was ringing noisily. However, I was only surprised by the first ring. By the time it had rung 3 times, I had regained my cool enough. What? I feel like there's a missing word there. Anyway, I had regained my cool enough, whatever, to grumble about this being a prank done by someone trying to scare me. If I rush to pick it up, I'll probably hear someone laughing at me, saying, "Were you scared, huh?" I thought about ignoring it instead, but it kept on ringing incessantly. It was a pretty loud sound to have going on and on this late at night. If Mom somehow manages to hear it from her room, I'm screwed.
Hey,
And I don't want to get screwed. There you go. I decided to pick up the receiver. I'll just say, "That surprised me." And maybe follow that up with, "Looks like Beatrice didn't show up after all." After all, this is my victory, in a sense. Why is it blue? I don't get it. Did I hear that wrong? Why would Maria be calling here? The voice, the annotation, the manner of speech, all of it clearly belonged to Maria. But what's she talking about all by herself? Maria just kept on talking happily as I stood there, stunned and unable to interrupt. Eventually Maria started singing an old familiar kid's song that even I knew. I don't get it.
Maria? もしもし? ちょっと待てよ。歌うのやめろよ。なんなんだよ。わけがわかんねえぜ。もしもし?
The voice and the lights, everything disappeared. In the pitch black, I couldn't see anything, couldn't tell what was happening. I don't get it. What's going on? Don't you fucking... Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it, you son of a bitch. Oh, okay, now. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Now it can be dark. Well, the curtains are open, so anyway. Does being in darkness really slow us humans down so much? Yes. I know it's dark, but I really have absolutely no idea what just happened. What was that shuffling sound just now? I'm not sure. I can't explain it. I heard an incredible slithering sound, like someone crawling out of bed. I didn't think I'd heard it. It wasn't that vague. I definitely heard it happen, right next to me clearly. However, there was no change to the bed. No one had been sleeping there in the first place, and the sheets were still perfectly straight. Someone had crawled out of the bed and had laughed in a creepy voice before leaving the room. And the doll's gone. That's what it felt like. Felt like? I'm here, and the bed's right there. I'm not only in the same room, I'm right next to it. So, why am I so unsure about what happened just a few seconds ago? I gripped the receiver, which had gone completely silent, and waited there alone, unable to move, in a quiet room that seemed exactly identical to the one I'd entered. Huh? What? If nothing's changed since the beginning, I can just pretend that the last minute or so didn't happen. And yet, if something has changed, that would prove that something really did happen. Alright, yep, the doll. Okay. Did it fall to the floor? No, it's not there. No matter where I look, from whatever angle, it's not there. The offering plate with the cookies and chocolate is still there. But the thing they were being offered to, the doll, is gone. Oh my god, who could have predicted that? Then, what just happened? Is the Beatrice-sama doll supposed to have cackled out loud and left the room? No, that crawling sound was too loud to have been made by a doll. It was a noisy sort of sound, like a kid playing with a blanket and using it as a cape. Then what? Is that Beatrice-sama doll supposed to have turned into a human and then run cackling from the room? Oh my god! Chucky! After that, nothing happened. The doll alone disappeared, and nothing else changed. In a VIP room that had remained completely unchanged and was filled only with the sound of wind and rain, I stood there, too shocked to move.
物陰からベッドの下まで探したさ。それこそ中に入り込んでまで。でも見つからなかった。
一体あの部屋で何があったと考えてる？
ベアトリーチェ様のたたりなんて思いはしねえぜ。あるいは使用人の誰かのいたずらだったかもしれね
え。いたずら？
マリアの声はあらかじめカセットテープにでも取ってあって、それを午前2時ちょうどに電話して再生ボタンを押した。そしてほどほどのところで配電盤か何かで停電させた。それからあらかじめ貴賓室のどこかに隠れてた誰かが気持ち悪く笑いながら人形を持って出て行った。 そう考えりゃ辻褄は合うぜ。
釈然とはしてないようだな。
そりゃそうだろう。だってこれが私を脅かすためのいたずらだとしたら大掛かりが過ぎるぜ。
They made Maria sing beforehand and record it. Then, someone called the VIP room and replayed that recording. Then, someone waited until exactly the right time and tripped the breaker for the VIP room. To turn off the power to the VIP room, you'd have to go down to the basement. There's a switchboard booth down in the boiler room. There's no phone line down there, so you'd need a different person to play back Maria's tape. And you'd need another person to hide in the VIP room and cackle before leaving. So far that's counting 3 people you need to do the job. And just how long would this last person, have to hide in the VIP room beforehand? How long would they have to hide in the pitch-black VIP room under the bed, for example, waiting to scare Jessica, who might or might not even come?
魔女のたたりなんてあるわけもねえぜ。
3 people. 2 we already know. Right?
でもよ。
So who's the mystery third person?
人間のいたずらだと考えて、それだけの人間が緻密に示し合わせて、私を驚かせるためだけに何時間も暗闇で待ち構えてたって考える方が、私はよっぽど薄気味悪いぜ。
同感だな。いっそたたりの方がマシだ。そのことを後日使用人たちには聞いたのか？
聞いたってとぼけるに決まってるぜ。それに最低3人だぜ。あの日は源氏さんと郷田さんと熊沢さんとシャノンの4人が泊まってた。そのうちの3人があんな薄気味悪いいたずらに加担したってのか？わけわかんねえ。だから私は聞けなかった。
True. It had been a strange experience for her, but it wasn't something completely impossible for humans to do. Even so, it really must have been more unnerving to imagine a large number of people planning so carefully just to scare Jessica. It's no surprise that Jessica found this scarier than Beatrice's curse.
今でも使用人たちがお前をはめたと信じてるか？
Who the fuck else, right?
いや、多分ビビっちまった私の勘違いなんだよ。
Nah.
きっと人形はどこかに転げ落ちて、私がたまたまそれを見つけられなかっただけなんだ。
No. Like, what? Hello?
すべて気のせいだったと言いたいのか？
人形が消えた以
Okay,
外、
fuck you.
何の変化も証拠もない。
God damn it.
マリアにも後日聞いたけど、歌のことも電話のことも知らないと言われた。とぼけたのか、本当に知らないのかはわからないけれど、とにかくあの晩のあの出来事は、私が確かにあったと言い張ってるだけで、何も証明することができない。
皮肉だな。たとえお前が本当にベアトリーチェに会ったと言っても、それを証明できないのと同じだ。
しばらくはショックだったけど、時間が経って、あれは臆病な私が落雷か何かで一瞬だけ停電したのにびっくりして、庭木の枝がちぎれてバサバサ落ちろと誤解したんじゃないかなって思えるようになった。
笑い声は？
変な鳥の鳴き声とか。とにかくそう聞こえてしまう何かの聞き間違いだったかもしれねえ。
There is no motherfucking bird that can make that sound. Are you fucking crazy? What the fuck?
私は強がってるだけで、本当は信じられないくらい臆病だったんだ。だからあんなことがあったように誤解してしまったんだ。そう考えるようにして、あの晩のことを忘れようと自分に強く言い聞かせた。
すべては闇の中か。
人間忘れようと思えば結構できるもんだよな。以来ベアトリーチェという言葉を聞くたびに嫌な気持ちがこみ上げる。でもそれを顔に出さないように努めてる。
うん。
おしまい。私に話せるのはこの程度の話だけだぜ。
Alright. Good stuff.
情けない話だから誰にも内緒に。私がビビリだったって誰にも知られたくねえからな。
わかった。最後に一つだけ質問したい。
貴賓室のことで？
違う。食堂でのことだ。
食堂？
お前の階段の直前の親族会議の日、食堂には親族全員が揃ったな。
ああ、当時はまだバトラは戻ってなかったけど、それ以外は全員いたよ。もちろんじいさまは除くぜ。
演者は腹痛で空席だったな。それはお前の隣の席だな。
そうだぜ。
それはお前の右の席だったか。
そうだぜ。右の席だよ。それが何か？あれ？おかしいな。どうして右？
十分だ。無理に考えるな。頭痛になら。
No, wait, what? Wait, what?
どうしたんだい、ジェシカ。何を悩んでるんだい？
Fuck.
いや、その右。
Right.
左。
おかしなジェシカ。
Fuck, I can't bring it back. I had it for a second. I had it for not you. Oh my god, you son of a. Oh my god.
どうビル？
You know what? Whatever.
ジョージ兄さんやジェシカに
Whatever.
何か聞けました？
Whatever.
まずだ。ベアトリーチェの階段はなかなか面白かった。
階段？どんな話ですか？
午前2時の貴賓室にベアトリーチェの亡霊が現れるという話だ。なかなかおっかない話だったぞ。
初耳です。誰が言い出した話か知りませんけど、仮にも当主様の恩人を階段にしてしまうなんて失礼な話ですね。
模範解答だな。
何か？
リオンは碑文はわかるか？
碑文？何の話です？
ベアトリーチェの肖像画のところにある例の碑文だ。
すみません。何のことかさっぱり。
Wait, what? Wait, what? There's no epitaph here?
懐かしき故郷を貫く
愛の川。
何ですか？それは。
That's interesting.
お前の、いや、この世界には肖像画はあるのに碑文はねえのか？
玄関ホールに掲げられてるベアトリーチェの大きな肖像画は私だってもちろん知っています。しかし碑文の話はわかりません。何の話です？
Alright.
面白い違いだ。
Yeah, it is. Okay. Never
リオ
mind.
ンはずっとロッケン島で暮らして。
Never mind.
無論です。
I think I see what's going on now.
それが何か。
Partially.
子供の頃、森には近づくなと脅されてたはずだ。
ええ、迷子になって危ないから決して近づくなと昔から。
森には魔女が出ると。
魔女？何の話です？
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
黄金の魔女にしてロッケン島の夜の支配者ベアトリーチェ。
ベアトリーチェはおじい様の恩人です。それを魔女だか妖怪だかのように扱うのは少々失礼かと思いますが。
Alright, Leon.
魔女のベアトリーチェは知らないと。
黄金と共に潜水艦でやってきたベアトリーチェと隠し屋敷で育ったその娘の話は知っていますよ。あなたと一緒にさっき知ったではありませんか。それがいつ魔女になったんです？
なるほど、そうきたか。
Yeah.
では森に入ると何が出ると脅された？
森には狼が住んでるから近寄るなと。
魔女でなく狼か。なるほどな、面白い。
私は面白くありません。何の話です？魔女って何のことですか？
こっちの話だ。
I think I can see what's going on.
最後にもう一つ聞きて。
Oh, another question, huh?
どうぞ。
親族会議の食堂でお前の右には誰が座ってる？
Oh shit.
私の向かいは妹のジェシカ。その次の序列はエヴァおばさんの息子になります。だからジョージ兄さんですけれど、それが何か？
なるほどな、紛らわしく入り混じってやがる。だが面白い。
私には全然さっぱりですが。
Oh my lord. This was a long chapter. Alright. Well. Alright. That ending there just... oh my god. So this was an interesting chapter. Yeah, I like this. I liked the chapter. I mean, the ending gave me a ball of confusion there. I think I may have missed something that went completely past over my head. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. I think I am onto something, so I am going to go back and watch my old videos and search for the moment where Jessica sits and who's on the left and right, and see if maybe I'm right, maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. Anywho, that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully you all enjoyed this chapter here. If you didn't, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't be afraid to voice out any feedback that you have. If you did enjoy this chapter here, this video, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more Umineko coming soon. And again, link in the description to my Twitter. Go ahead and give it a follow for any updates of future videos or future hiatuses or whatever's going on with me and my life. But anyways, see you all next time. And until then, please, as a reminder, stay sinful, folks.